Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I was just about to do some upgrades when I thought, let's just make it a video. We had a good run of upgrades and steel beam creation. I just wanted to see this little center pile of coal. Uh-oh, we ran out of coal somewhere. I just wanted to see it flowing into place. I know we're not that far out of coal. We had like 2 storage containers worth of coal full to the brim. We must have missed an upgrade somewhere here. So just as a reminder, oh no, curious creature is very, very stuck. Let's see, everything flows to the center, which then flows up. And then flows around, then up again, and here it is. Slow belt. Let's put some speed on that. We'll upgrade that. We'll upgrade that. Oh my goodness, this whole thing is terribly slow. There we go. Oh, there's a slow piece right behind here. Oh yeah, food. Alright. That looks like it's running a little better now. Beautiful. So that means our coal line is nicely upgraded. We're making steel beams. They're not exactly flying into the resources. But let's work on it. I think we'll do some light estimation here. Generally speaking, though, I think we're in a good spot. What's going on here? Our steel ingots. Oh, this isn't connected. Right, that's where we left off. Let's give ourselves a little bit of room. Then we'll build a belt. And then we'll put a splitter on said belt. It looks like it's on the belt, but it just isn't. Still isn't. Let's take that belt back, and then we'll drill a belt down there. And now it should definitely work. There we go. Tell you to make steel beams. Sit there paused while we realized there's no power. There we go. I'm thinking I should just make another one of these. And before we dump some of that steel beam away, just trying to keep our inventory somewhat clean here. Alright, let's see if we can get this on the belt. Doesn't look like it worked. I don't understand why sometimes when you're on the ground, for me, it's like a 50-50 chance as to whether or not building splitters and such on the belt will work. I'm definitely missing something. Alrighty. We want to pull in the resources. Alright, that should be an easy connection for those additional steel beam makers. Yeah, I'm seeing a chunk of steel beams get sent down right now. That should give our foundries plenty to do. Got 3 of these. 90, 135. $180. We really don't have enough foundries at this point. But we can worry about that later. Uh-oh. Just barely made it that time. What is it that we need to complete these versatile frames? It is in fact steel. Steel is a key component of what we're trying to do here. Now that we have more steel at our disposal, Still not a lot of steel. Or I could say more. Not a ton of framework either. What are you missing? Rods. You want rods. Let's run over to our phase part test bench and see what's up. Yeah, and I had to put a guardrail on this because I closed it up at one point. Don't want to do that. Okay, we're done with the automatic wiring. Do we have any extra automatic wiring? Yeah, a little bit. Not a lot, a little. And let's see. We are looking for versatile frame. There it is. 12 for 2. So for every 1, we need 6. So basically we need... Oh my god, that's a lot. This is exactly the opposite. 1 frame makes 2 versatile frames. So we need 250 modular frames. There's 100 of it. And I suppose I can drop you... That's a good chunk of steel. It's enough to get us 50 more. Oh, and the smart plating... That one should be easy. Drop some rotor... And drop some good plate. Pretty sure that's all we need. Yeah. Let's get this up to 100. There, it's 100 and 100. 1 smart plate, 1 all around. That's 100 smart plating done. Versatile frames, though. We need to figure out how to make... We need to make some versatile frames here. This is really starting to bum me out. Do we have access to... I wonder if we have access to... We obviously have access to iron. We haven't processed our copper yet. Let's throw out a couple of devices to sort of decide what we want to do here. Stators. Oh man, we already have motors. We already have motors and we haven't even done the modular frames yet. It's kind of yikes. So we can put wire on the bus, pull the wire and the stators. we already have the pipes, so that's easy. We just pull that off the bus. And then the wire, we can use the wire to build the alternate plate. But in order for that to work, we first need to build plates. And this needs rods. So from here, we need to build the plates and the rods. And so far, we aren't using screws. Well, until we get to the rotors. If I'm gonna use... Am I gonna use copper or iron for the wire? Let's see. Copper ingot makes 2 wire, 30 per minute. 5 ingots, 9 wire. So 5 to 9, just under 1 to 2. And this is 1 to 2. But it's 30 per minute. So this is slower, but more convenient. Partially tempted to go with slower, believe it or not. I could use the ingot to build out a screw and a wire line. Or I could use the copper to make copper sheets and wire. I mean, I'd have to use the ingots, but I haven't even made ingots up here yet of any kind. Yeah, let's knock out the copper stuff. So, looks to me like we have another set of 2. Right. Let's go off one more, please. Just one. I don't think you're helping me. So we're gonna put together a little line here to build copper-based stuff. And we can build out for the wire, right? So we'll make the wire. And we use the basic recipe. The other recipe is convenience recipe. If it were faster, it allowed us to produce wire faster, I would take it. And on this side, we'll make the sheet. All right. So we're going to pull up a copper and make some stuff from it, with it, whatever it. All right, let's connect the copper. Start making some sheets. The copper's way on the top. I don't know how far this copper needs to go. Way over here. Wow. Okay, that might be a blessing, actually. A little splitter here. Take it in. And we'll move that copper ingot straight in there. Yay, I see it moving. And then... interesting problem here. It's possible that these two things should have been on the other side. It's blocking access to these lower levels. Should be okay though. guess we'll just look for sections with stuff on them to determine whether or not the belt is used. Oh, that was going to be a potentially scary situation, just sort of looking up as you fall down into oblivion. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space here. Ooh, we burned through some serious concrete there. But where were we? Right. We were building this. Like this. Then we need a merger. That way and that way. And then it's getting lower. Ooh, that's off. That one's off too. Ooh, that one's off. I'm really losing it. Okay, let's see. Right, you're like, hey, we're full. Excuse me. I think we can... Let's build a splitter right on here. And just drop this straight. Maybe we should pull that up. Maybe we should move that over. Splitter. 8. Okay. All right. Let's try that again. Temptation is just to build a wall of storage since we're right here. But my observation is probably not too far off that we should probably build on that side, but no. We could probably get around this with a little creativity. Let's keep shipping stuff straight down. I think I'm basically coming down on the side of the convenience, the ease. There's too much goodness associated with having the storage right below to not take advantage. That's probably a bad idea. I was going to go for a smooth 90, but that would make the next slot impossible. So I'm just going to have to suffer with terrible angles in this area that we'll never see again. Putting together them copper sheets. All right. Why don't we check on this again? That's nice. Couple of hundred. Completed the smart plating. It's nice. Oh, we need screws for rotors. I probably got some screws for that. There we go. Out of coal. Well, actually, that's a habit that I can break. I don't need to do this anymore. We're making full-blown steel product. So we can clean this up. Okay, so now we have copper sheets and wire. I think that means we need to put together some plate. I'm tempted to do a double dip on the iron. Do one on... Oh yeah, we're almost out of concrete here. So we're making wire, but we don't have the plates to support the reinforced plates yet. And we need cable. So I think that means making... Well, actually, we can make the... Plate comes from ingot, rod comes from ingot, screws can come from ingot. That looks to be the only thing. The only thing that's interesting about using the old recipe, is that a pure convenience recipe though? Such a good convenience. I'm probably going to have to take it regardless. 5 ingots make 50 screws. 1 rod makes 40 screws. 1 ingot makes 1 rod. So those two are equal. So 1 goes to 4. Over here, 5 goes to 4. So exactly the same amount of resources used. Less steps. And faster. I mean, sorry, this is a pure win. So I've got to use the iron ingots for the screws. But what am I using the screws for? Rotors. That's it. The answer is rotors. So this is using plates and wire. So right now I only have 1 use for screws. And stators, I can make stators now. This is a bit of a puzzle at an interesting level. Like what I'm trying to do is maximize my spaces. This makes 5.6 per minute and it takes 2 per minute. Yeah, that would be crazy. I'm not going to do that. Okay. I think what makes sense, we just made copper sheets in the wire. We know we need wire for cable. And we know we need wire for... We need it for stators, and we potentially need it for this. We're not using cable for anything in the current setup, though we, yeah, there's that. All right. The fact that we need it for 3 different things is annoying because I don't want to put together a whole line just for one thing. I could back off and use the screws for the reinforced iron plate. 60 screws per minute. All right, so I think what I'm saying is that I have wire on the belt. I'm going to use wire for stators and cable. Then I need rods, but I can use rods for frame and rotor. And then I want to use screws potentially. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Screws for reinforced plate and rotors. So the plate, so I need to make screws, it looks like. That might be one that's well worth a one-off, because the screws are a nightmare. And I can't believe I'm not avoiding screws. But the convenience of being able to build it that way is so strong. I could do a single line of ingot. Well, actually, that single line of ingot would give me screws and rods. But then I also need plates. And there's definitely not a third thing to use those ingots for. Or I make screws twice. What is the output on this? 50 per minute. My best belt is 270 per minute. Well, I can make 5 machines of screws. All right, let's make plate and rod, and then separately we'll make screws. So now we're going to make plate, rod, and screws. Beautiful. Trying to maintain about the same level, maybe not exact. Oh yeah, that's not what I want to do. I want to put down something like that. Maybe make the rods. What'd I say? Plate and rods, and then separately the screws. Okay. Sometimes just trying to maintain the same spacing etiquette is the toughest part about this thing. Okay. We're bringing up ingots. We're making some production. And then we're done. And then if we connect this... We want to receive your awesome stuff. Iron plate. Ironer on. I was trying to think if there's a way I could do this in one lift, but don't think so. Might not even be worth it if I could. But it was worth a thought. Matter of fact, let's check our power. Whoa, we're only producing 500? What is going on? That's 500 is way lower than it should be. I mean, we could trip any second now with that. Oh boy. Uh-huh. Let's see, what are you doing? Coal's flying in. What are you missing? Water? Water? Why is your flow rate so low? What is going on? I think it's full. It's full. And it's full. They're all perfectly full. No, those three aren't connected to anything, so those don't count. Sorry, guys. Now you're claiming you don't have coal. Now that's a real problem. Oh, I don't see any coal coming down the line here. Uh-oh. We're in a bad situation. What is going on? There's no coal coming up. How's that possible? How is that possible? There's no coal in this docking station. The tractors are moving. There must not be any coal being mined. All right. Well, we have a coal emergency. I need to find a tractor if I can. Where is it? There it goes. Flying in like crazy. 79 coal. Okay. All right. Obvious problem is obvious. What am I thinking here? We just consume it that much faster? any other game, you'd start thinking about mobs have attacked your materials, but it ain't that kind of game. I guess we're just mining it too slowly. Let's pick up the pace. Faster belts. Much faster belts. I wish there was a way to
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
condense this down even further, but I don't know of such a way. I think all I can do is improve the belt. Well, let's think it through for a minute here. The belt can do 270. Right now we're doing 120. Well, there is one way we could go faster. Super obvious way. This might be painful. This is going to be painful. I'm not going to have enough encased industrial beams, and I'm not going to have enough stone to pull this off. So yeah, what I was basically thinking was build a miner 2 on the side that's providing the gas. But I need 4 encased beams. And without even looking, I know I don't have the solid biomass to support it either. Man, I just need a little bit of limestone. Not a lot, just a little. Of course, if I go wandering around far enough. Okay, these 3 things are about to kill me. Jeez. Not exactly what I would consider close. But I could make the upgrade. What the hell? I just can't believe there's no limestone around here. Raw quartz, sulfur, which I have to take. But no limestone. One thing I really want. Okay. Wait, what's that? Oh goodness. About to get a free trip back to the hub. Don't want that. More sulfur. If I had not gone down this shortcut route, I could have done it by now. And of course, as soon as I say that, I find limestone. One coal. You can probably drop one coal. Let's do a sort. No help on the sort? Okay. Fine. We'll drop the flower petals. Hmm. Oh my goodness. We are one short. You know what? That piece of concrete will have to get made back later. Sorry, but I need to get this coal. fine. I'll put back the part that's potentially in the drive path of the tractors. $240 per minute now. I'd upgrade the other one, but it really wouldn't help. Yeah, they're already doing 240. We'll come back out on the next belt. Are you having that much trouble, buddy? Yeah, I can give you another ramp. Maybe. A vehicle is in the way. I don't think that's correct. I see one vehicle there. I see one coming in there. Oh, they're way too close together. That's kind of bad. That's why that one only has 73 coal in it. We're taking you back. Gonna give you some space between that other tractor. What good is it if we're gonna have to have one right behind the other? I have to say I'm glad I checked on this, because that would have been an unmitigated disaster. Without noticing, I would have lost my biomass burners. I would have run out of energy. I would have had no way to reactivate the water pumps. It would be a fingers crossed situation to even see if we could even reactivate the base without doing some dramatic cutting, slicing and dicing, and then putting it all back together again. The only problem I have now, I think, is the fact that I still think these vehicles are too close together. Which is a shame. We had them perfectly spaced. But I made a mistake and slowed one of them down, and then it's caused a suboptimal situation. Probably should cut that tree down. Is there some exploration to be had up here? I probably shouldn't get too distracted. Ooh. What's this area? That waterfall's drawing me in. Ooh, I see a yellow slug from here. Oof. Good grief. Still an interesting area. Kind of close to home. Yeah, we're about to get totally distracted here. Uh-oh. I see a freighter. What's all this? This is cool. That was neat. Well, let's just see what's in here. If there's anything. Needs 53 watts. Okay. 53. I see what you're doing there. Oh no. Oh no. I hear gurgling sounds. I'm gonna throw this, just throw some of that away just so we can have some space in our inventory. Like, you don't even know we now have space. I think we need 30 or so. Iron rods, that is. I really don't want all this copper and iron and this coal. I might keep the coal in the iron. All right. Let's see if we can pull this off. 53. Let's do it. See, that's how intensely you can get distracted in this game. Distracted in the best possible way. You know, you're building, adding some new items to your lovely factory floor, only to notice that you're in fact having some odd power fluctuations. You go to investigate that, and you find out that you in fact are on the verge of power failure. And so you have to backtrack your power sources. And before you know it, you're hunting down the last little bit of limestone within a 360 radius because you just, or a 2 mile radius, just because you weren't really planning to come out right now. You did anyway, only to find out that you don't have the resources necessary to do such a mission. So you have to run around looking for the stuff to make the mission possible so you can get back to what you really want to do, which is expand your factory floor. Yeah, I'm going to have to come up here and look around. This is a tense little area. Got a slug and a hard drive out of it, though, so I can't argue. It's like a desert in the midst of a forest. Separated by a cave filled with evil. I think we built the machine, one machine for the plates and one for the rods. I think what we're going to do is connect those, check out our hard drive, and call it a video. Sort that. Right. Versatile Frameworks wants frames and steel. I mean, they know what they're doing when they ask for that. Rotors and frames coming off the line. Oh boy. Inventory is a bit of a mess right now. Bit of a mess. If I could just throw it all in the grinder, I probably would, but we all know that's reactionary. Not very smart. Let's see. 250 frames and 400 steel. We need 400 more. So that's 200. So we've got enough frames, but now we need we need 1,200 steel. That's a lot of steel. Steel beams, nonetheless. I suppose I'll just turn it all over to the project parts. Minus maybe one stack for ourselves. So 400 frames is 200 builds of frames. Each build gives you 2. So 200 times 10 is 2,400 steel beams required. 2,400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's not impossibly far away. We're in the ballpark already. And if we were making them at a slightly higher speed, I'd say we're basically done. And we basically are done, but let's drop this iron and stone, and we'll keep the coal because we're going to put this in the system. All my lovely coal backup gone. It's reloading though. Yeah, I'm not deleting any of this, so you need to figure out how to get out of here, buddy. Well, I might be able to get you out. Let's see. If I F this, will you drop down or disappear totally? Either way. Okay. So this port comes out, goes over, drops down. That looks like a slow. It is slow. How does one sneak some steel? Steal some steel. That comes down, half of it goes up there for half of the power, and the other half goes in there for the other half of the power. One of these stacks is probably still basically full, right? Maybe even two of them. Yep. So we did have a backup. But better not to have to deplete your backup. I think we're going to jump into the metal items tomorrow. Finish those up in the next video, including screws. And I'll give you time to think on it if I want to have a separate line for screws or 2 separate lines for screws, which is a real possibility given the density of screws. But, I don't know if I want to give up that much space on our belt, which is already looking kind of full. Let's see. Taken. And the top 2 are taken. Might have to start a new belt. Yeah, let's check this recipe, make a decision, and then we'll call it. Here we go. More steel. Is that faster or more? 60 per minute versus 45 per minute. I gotta do it in a foundry. Well, you gotta make steel in a foundry anyway. It's just that you gotta double dip. You gotta use the coal on the iron ingot instead of the iron ore. Definitely don't want to use copper in this recipe. I mean, I'm already making steel. I'm gonna pick the quick wire. Give ourselves some options on that. All right. A little bit of a weird episode, I know. But we did make some progress. We're shipping more stuff down to storage. Our belt is looking better and better. And we're probably... Yeah, we really can't go any higher. We can add 2 more, then we can always add more depth. You can always go further out. Just have to start your build later. Oh no. We're dumping stuff off at this point and it's blocked. We're totally blocked. I'd have to drop down and meet you more than halfway. Let's see, what are we doing? Ingots? Wait. Is that still a slow belt? No, I'm just pointing at the wrong thing. Oh. Oh. We haven't even made the iron ingot yet. So we're going to have to rebuild all that and make the iron ingot and then get the iron ingot on the belt. And then we're probably going to have to dump that stuff to a brand new belt. Which, that part we can work with. Yeah, we're going to have to back up our plans a little bit. Actually, where is our iron ore? Wait, no. Our iron ingots. Where's our iron ingots? Where are they? Alright, I haven't made them yet. The only thing that exists is the iron. And it's way over here. Yes. And that's because we use that for iron and copper. So we need to bring that over. So this is basically out, I say at this point. Let's just take this out while we're thinking about it, so we're not too terribly teased. And then we'll leave ourselves a note that says production smelter. We need to drop some iron on this. Okay. Still fits. Pulling 30, dropping 30. All right, this is a more extensive note than I originally planned on writing, but I think the point is the same. We're gonna build iron ingots when we come back. We'll be very close. Once we get the iron ingots hooked up, we'll check in on our Project parts will probably be over half done at that point. We'll drop off the remaining requirements. We'll jump into the next phase. And we'll have this beautiful line done with a lot of space before we run out. And then as soon as we run out of space, we figure out how to move all the good stuff up to level 2. And that's one thing to consider, is just if there are any things that I'm currently dealing with that don't get used anywhere else ever, then try to use all that stuff up on this level so you don't have to move it up. As a thought. But for now, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.